Give him a tight zoom. Ready? So check this out. I get the question all the time. I literally just got it in the live. Any advice for new puppy owners? We just got a puppy. What do we do? For one, get the dog on a solid regimen. That's the key. If your dog does not have a solid routine, you are going to run into all kinds of challenges. For two, build a line of communication. When I say communication, just talk to your dog, people. It's really that simple. I spend a lot of time, when there is time, talking to the dogs, walking the dogs, making sure the dogs get development, and of course, some good food. Three, if you have access to a person who does dog training, then go and follow him. Learn as much as you can. I've been telling people, they say, can you teach me how to do recall? I could, but I'm not. You can call Jamarcus or you can reach out to Stan, and life will be good. You'll see me do it on the page, so I understand why you're asking. But I'm also showing you my tricks so you can do it at home. But it's by way of us collectively working together. So, Bam Bam, I built in a level of information that allows him basically to work with a guy like Stan, because you don't want to give Stan a lot of problems, you know what I mean? So step one, let's just talk about the sit. What's the trick to getting a dog to sit, man?
I would start by luring. So words don't really mean anything to a dog, so you can say cheese, mark it with that. But I would get the dog used to following treats very early. And then with the sit, it's just simply pulling it back, and when he sits, you mark that behavior. And I'm gonna go through the mechanics before I even mark it with a word. So I'd spend a week, 2 weeks, depending on when you get your dog, of just the simple basics. Get a little spin in there. Nope.
And what would you say the spin is for? Because I think that's a good question. When I see dog trainers and they're doing all the spin stuff, like what does that actually do for the dog?
So it helps their rear end awareness, so they start learning where to move their body, for one. I use it as a reset. So if they're in a heel position, they spin and they get out of that position, because I want the dog to know they are finished and you can get out and do whatever you want. So that's why I use the spin. And it's just something cute to do with your dog. Just like you were saying, the more communication you have, the more situations that they're going to be prepared for. So you want to make sure you go both ways as well, because just like us, we're going to be left foot dominant or right foot dominant versus they're going to be the same.
And that's a good thing. I'll tell you that today, that I would say I realized with Stan when he was working with Ego, as you saw firsthand, that he turned around and he had Ego basically thinking. And I watched him think, because he's so proactive. Like, he's a very proactive dog, that he automatically started going for the right hand. But you give him the left hand, they're like, oh, nah, bro, you're not in control. Because once Ego's one of those, once he thinks he's got you, he's moved on.
He like that bad kid.
Yeah, he's like, oh, bro, you got it. This is too easy. And he's like, I learned it. Leave me alone.
See, and he's getting like that too. He's like, man, I'm just gonna come back here to get the reward. So that's where you slow down, make him actually do it. Good boy. And then mark it. Yeah, boy.
And patience is key as well. Now, mind you guys, to be clear, you also need a motivated dog. Some of you are reaching out, you're showing me, and mind you, don't send me your dog, but you're showing me your dog, and you're saying, hey, how I get him to do such as I'm like, you're not. It's just not gonna happen. No disrespect, especially to you bulldog people. Here's the thing. You guys that know what band dogs is, they added a pit bull to a mastiff. Why would they do that? Well, now you get a big dog who's more reserved, and you add prey drive to it. Now you have a problem. Which is a good problem, because that's why they bred the band dogs. That's why they call them band. Let's put this band together and play a tune. But I hope I never have to press the button, turn the song on, because that song gonna get busy. A Mastiff is a giant dog who is objectively defensive. Defensive, not in a reactive way, but defensive meaning it don't have the prey drive. A Mastiff will protect his home with its life, but it ain't going to get nobody unless it has to. You add the pit bull, the pit bull's coming to get you. It's over the fence, it's walking through the fence. It's like, what was you saying? You bark, who's out there? Tell him to come on, open the door. I'll go out there and get him myself. That's a pit bull. That's a band dog. So when you're adding oldie, or if you're adding English bulldog, I think it's another one. Those dogs they have nothing in them outside of just chill. And you say, hey, I want my dog to be like Tron and Bam Bam and Ego. It's like, sorry, it's just not going to happen. I bred them for that. I understand what a terrier is capable of. I made sure we had a terrier influence at a high level, and that's why all of them had the drive. So stay focused. Definitely pace yourself. The one thing that I think we need to keep reiterating is the importance of patience. Because a dog's as good as your ability to communicate with them effectively, just like humans. Some of y'all be wishing somebody did something and won't say nothing. Well, I thought you just knew what I was talking about. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't say it. Well, you just supposed to know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a mind reader. If I was, if I could read somebody's mind, I'd realize how stupid most people are. Then I really wouldn't talk to you. You better be glad I can't read minds. It'd be over. So, what are some other mechanics they need to be mindful of when teaching their dog to sit?
Sit's one of the basics. So dogs know how to do everything we want them to do the day they're pretty much born. They know how to walk, they know how to sit, all those things. So all we got to do is get their body used to going through these situations. So you can get an elevated dog bed. It makes them actually think about where they're putting their feet. Wobbly surface. They got those Bosu balls, I think they're called, the half circle on the bottom. Those are really good to teach the dog basically their foot placement.
Hey, I'm about to get one for Hera. We have one, but like her level of training, I'm gonna show you the difference in all the dogs that I've got. As I told Stan, this dog will be trained to finish him.
And that's the Zara pup?
Yes.
Really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? It's okay.
See?
Let's go.
He's a hooligan.
Come on, all the way. You gotta finish it. Down is one of those things that take a little bit more to get a dog to do because they can pop their butts up. So again, you want to be able to control the outcome.
And let me also be honest here too. I stopped working on it, but because I had him on the table from 4 to 8 weeks doing it. His own video.
There you go.
So I stopped working on it, and the dog's down is trash. So even when I see it, I go, Dad, I gotta go back and work on them downs again. Because he's another one I think that's gonna be special, long term, and it'd be good to tighten him up a little bit because he'd be a little pocket rock. He ain't gonna be huge, but he ain't gonna be small. But he's not gonna be big.
He gonna be all there.
But yeah, he gonna be all there. We got a lot of work to do at Bam Bam.
Yes, sir. Good boy. And again, you haven't even heard me tell him down yet because you don't want to water down the command. If you start saying stuff when he's doing it sloppy, the dog will actually learn that a sloppy down is acceptable. So now we're just going through the motions, marking the behavior, let him figure it out.
How often should they do this?
At least once a day with your dog. 10, 15 minutes max, depending on how old the dog. A dog this age, 7 minutes and I'm done. We're done.
There you go. There you go, people. So look, there's a few mechanics. What we're about to do is package step by step our process of teaching a dog literally sit, literally communicating with your pit bull bully breed per se, and how to get them motivated. He's a fast learner. I know it's in there, so getting him to do it's not super complicated, but getting them to go through the process is probably more important, as he said, than just teaching the word. The words can always be, oh, he about to step on his tail. The words can always be implemented. And again, I don't breed dumb dogs. That's why I focus on the terrier. I stack my pedigrees based on traits, and I'm talking epigenetic.
Yes, sir.
Good boy.
Good boy. So now that he's gotten rewarded so many times in this position, he realizes it's good, and he's getting there. Good. Yes, sir. Good job.
All in however long you watch this episode, and realistically, probably the last 2 minutes, he got him to get back into a down, back to back to back. Guys, it's just practice, man. I've trained over 20 pit bulls. I've had dogs my whole life. We're going to have a lot more dogs, and we got a lot more work to do. I keep repeating that. A lot more work to do. This is just the beginning. This is 3 dogs I bred after 4 years. Cha-Cha, Bam Bam, and Eco. Y'all think, somebody asked me today, hey, how'd you, give me some advice. Take your time. Don't rush the process. Okay. I've brought you value through my dogs, and it doesn't matter what we show you if we don't show you our process, the truth, our vision, and then how to be better owners.
Free. Oh, good boy.
Yeah. So we appreciate Stan. Stay tuned, people. We'll let you know when the package is out. Check our community posts. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care of your dogs.